The 13 on Your Side weather deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, your home team.
Welcome back at 7:43 this Saturday morning. I'm meteorologist Amber Twardy. Still off to a chilly but definitely quiet start to our Saturday. That's not going to be lasting long. We do have a system moving in this afternoon that will be bringing us a snowstorm. Some pretty impressive totals that we're expecting out of all of this. And this is going to be for all of West Michigan area wide. 13 weather ball is blinking bright. More snow is in sight. It's also green, no change foreseen as our temps are reaching close to about freezing this afternoon, similar to yesterday, but there's going to be a lot of other changes in the forecast once that snowstorm pushes in. This view sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids. So right now we are seeing winter storm warnings in effect across all of West Michigan, lasting until 10 a.m. Sunday. Notice how closer to US 10 and north of that, we're seeing purple instead, winter weather advisories that are going to be in place through also Sunday morning at 10 a.m. But the greatest impacts are going to be felt largely south of US 10 and all across West Michigan. We are all going to be experiencing quite a bit of snowfall from this system moving through, and then additional lake effect as we're getting into tomorrow morning as well. So here's what we're seeing right now on satellite and radar. Definitely some snow already starting to move its way on into southwest Michigan, even starting to make its way into Allegan and Ottawa counties. Now we will be seeing this largely south of Muskegon County at this point, but all of us are going to be seeing snow at some point today. Nobody is going to be spared by this system as it's trekking directly through West Michigan. So here's where it is currently. Further off to our west, still situated, that low pressure system at least is still situated over Kansas. As it tracks in our direction though, it's going to be bringing us a direct hit with all of that snowfall. We're starting to see this taking over the region closer to lunchtime, but the heaviest snowfall still further off to our southwest at this point. Getting into the early afternoon, more snow taking over, and we're already starting to see some darker blues too. That will really start to pick up into this evening. This is when we can expect moderate to heavy snowfall at times. This evening is going to be a mess on the roads. Here's what we're looking at. Some of these really dark blues. It's going to be a somewhat wet snow, wetter than lake effect snow at very least, especially if you're along the lakeshore and closer to southwest Michigan. This continues throughout our Sunday morning, but the system is moving out close to about 8 or 9 a.m. Beyond that, we still are looking at lake effect to take over instead, largely through southwest Michigan. That's where it's going to be setting its sights on, bringing some additional snowfall there. Expecting that to last throughout the rest of the day, possibly still impacting travel, but not nearly as much as this evening before that starts to clear out into our Sunday evening. So in terms of totals, we are expecting some pretty big numbers here. Closer to US 10, where we're seeing the winter weather advisories, that's where 6 to 8 inches of snowfall does look possible. South of that, though, extending down towards the I-96 corridor and even further south of that, just further inland, looking into instead Berry County, Calhoun County, 8 to 10 inches possible. This is including Grand Rapids and looking at Muskegon as well. Further south, though, this here, this purple color that you're seeing on your screen, 10 to 12 inches of snowfall and possibly even more than that, largely focused on the Kalamazoo area. That's where it looks like lake effect bands into our Sunday will really be focusing and bringing some of those more impressive higher totals and more impactful totals too by the end of this weekend. It's not just that, we're also seeing the breeze pick up a little bit. That starts today, but especially into tomorrow, looking at wind gusts close to about 30 miles an hour. It's not exactly windy, but it is going to be bringing us an impact. So during that time frame, looking at blowing snow, which could reduce visibility, and that's on top of all of the snowfall that we're seeing, 6 to 10 inches plus area wide. Now, as far as today goes, temperatures near the lakeshore topping out close to about 30 degrees, snow all day long, and we're going to be seeing that breeze picking up as well. Your 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. 13 weather impact alert because of that snowstorm moving on in. It's going to be pretty high impact here, especially into this evening. If you have Saturday evening plans, well, you want to really be aware of this system moving in. The next week brings scattered snow chances and chilly temperatures below freezing.